Hi, so today I want to talk about Mortal Kombat X on the PlayStation 4. So Mortal Kombat and I go way back. I first started playing it. Actually, I think Mortal Kombat was the second fighting game I ever played. It was the original Mortal Kombat on the PC. And there was Mortal Kombat 1. I was blown away. For me, it was like watching a martial arts movie just come to life, and it was just great. I loved that, even though I couldn't play it at all. I was terrible, but it was great, and it kind of stayed with me. Then I was introduced to Street Fighter 2. Loved it, the Street Fighter series, and I've been loving both of them since. So the reason I love this game is that it brought this back a lot. A lot of this, the feeling that this here is here, and he added a lot more to the formula, and it was they finally brought back what was missing in, let's say, here, Mortal Kombat vs DC, which was okay, and I love how the characters look and feel here, but it's a little clunky. And then they stepped it up when they did this one, and they rebooted the whole franchise, and which I love the whole story mode aspect of it, and the game mechanics were there, but it was missing a little bit of speed still, and it was slightly less clunky than before. And then here, Mortal Kombat X, they just brought it. They brought it all. The fighting frenzy is back, and it's just great. So let's look at the gameplay and some of the new stuff that they brought. So the first thing that I loved about this game was the large roster, which is, to me, is essential to have a fighting game. If you have a fighting game and you have few options, even though the mechanics might be really good, it might get a little bit boring for a little bit. Um, but yeah, this game has a large roster, so you don't have to worry about that. So you're getting your money's worth just on the initial, and then later there's more if you have more characters and if you feel the need to pay for them and get more. You just buy those individually if you feel like it. They also brought back the same mechanics for the stage selection from Injustice God Among Us, because it's the same team after all. So you get to choose. Both parties choose a stage, and then it's random whoever gets to play on the stage or not. Another cool thing that this game has is character variations. Each character has a total of three different fighting styles that you can switch, that you can pick at the beginning when you're choosing them. I like this a lot better than as opposed to like the PS2 games where you had three different fighting styles and you got to switch between them while you were fighting. It seemed like a good idea at the time, but I always felt that it was too clunky, and I would always end up just choosing one style and playing with that. But now you just pick the fighting style that you like, and you just go nuts. So the X moves are also back from the Mortal Kombat reboot from the PS3 prior to this game, and they're as gruesome as before, if not more so, because now we see more detail, and it's just crazy. The anatomical studies that they've put into those characters, like I cannot believe that these characters are moving around with a complete full set of organs. Like it's just crazy and amazing how much work they put into it. Yeah, they're painful, and even though it's technically impossible for these people to get up after an X move has been done, because it's almost worse than a fatality, it doesn't matter. They're all powerful, magical creatures, most of them, and the ones that are human, maybe something rub off for hanging out with Raiden. So the fatalities are back. You'll most likely be pressing pause and looking up the moves because they're there and you can. The fatalities are super gruesome, and they've added a lot of attention to detail. Like in the Super Nintendo days, there were like tons of bones and arms and legs going everywhere, and now they show like blood and guts, and they show like pretty much every individual organ, to the point that is almost as gory as any horror movie. And sometimes the attention to detail in like when this cutting is so much that you might look away from the screen. Like it's like horror movie meets fighting game, and it's crazy because only Mortal Kombat can get away with this. And this is only okay in Mortal Kombat. Any other game it'd be like, that's too much. But here,
Scorpion wins. Fatality.
So in this game, a whole slew of new characters were introduced. Most of them are descendants or disciples of the old masters from the original games. And even though at first I was a little turned off by this, I was like, what's going on? What happened to my loved characters from before? I actually came to really love the new characters because none of them feel like cheap knockoff. They all feel like original, full-fledged characters. So what about the gameplay? The gameplay is super fluid. They brought from Injustice the items, there are layer on the stage that you can use to tackle your opponent or throw at your opponent. The first time I saw on the trailer, I thought that it could maybe slow down the pace of the game, but it didn't actually. They did a really good job. It's all very fast. You pick up an item, throw it, and then the fight keeps going. That I like to mention about this game is that it has a companion comic, and this comic is extremely well written, and the artwork is just simply stunning. Like whenever I go to get a new issue, I barely find any because it's always sold out. It's really well done. It's brought by DC, and it's just as bloody as you expect, and it's well written. So stay on top of this. If you like Mortal Kombat, you'll love this. You have to go get this. Read it. You can also find it in digital from their distributor. So to summarize, Mortal Kombat X is a great addition to the Mortal Kombat lineup. It resurrected the franchise, bringing more of this to the 3D plane, and it's a great addition to your game collection if you love fighting games like I do. The game has a whole bunch of different modes, so you'll never be bored. There's a ton of DLC characters coming, plus if you like fighting games, you love it. So, alright. Worth it. Worth it. This game is amazing. Alright. Thank you so much for everything. So if you like my content, please subscribe. And if you like to check out my artwork, check out facebook.com/unicomic. And if you like my style or my work, just let me know. Leave me a comment or a like. Alright? Thank you so much and bye.